how to set up a brand new saltwater fish tank from empty tank to fish and coral. Start out with an empty tank. Prepare it by opening the lid so you can pour some sand in. If you have cycled sand in another tank, it'd be great if you could use that, because then you can reduce your cycling time in your own tank. But if you don't, you can head over to your local Petco or fish store down the road and buy some live sand. They sell it by the pound or by the 20 pounds. Once your tank is clear, you can begin to pour in the live sand. Once you have about half your sand in, you can spread it out. And you should spread it out to create an even layer. It should be about 1 inch around the entire tank. Once you have evened out your live sand, you can begin to add in the live rock. For live rock, you should add about 1 pound per gallon. This is a 14-gallon tank, so we put in 15 pounds of live rock. And once it's all arranged how you want it, you can now begin to add water. Once the water is about halfway full, you can check around to make sure you haven't moved anything when you add water, so you won't disturb anything that might be living inside the live rock. And once it's about halfway, you can begin adding coral. All the coral we had was pre-acclimated to this water, so you might have to drip acclimate it, which I'll show you later. But once all your coral is in place, you can finish adding the water. Now shut the lid, and you can plug in all the lights and filters. We had a slight accident. Apparently our filter wasn't plugged into anything, so it was just shooting water up. So make sure that you reconnect any loose pipes or connections before you continue. As I mentioned earlier, there is often things inside live rock, like this brittle starfish. He's about the size of your pinky nail. Now, before you add any fish, you should wait a couple hours for the sand to clear up inside the tank and let it all settle. Once the water is cleared up and your tank is cycled, if you aren't using cycled water like we have, it'll take between 6 and 8 weeks, but our water's cycled. So now you take a tube, place it inside the fish tank, and suck out all the air to create a siphon. Tie a knot in the hose so it creates a drip, and now it is safe to open the bag your fish is in. You can pour half the water out because you don't need it, and you can pour the other half in the acclimating bowl which you choose to use with the fish. Now allow the siphon and drip you created to slowly add water to the bowl. After about an hour, it depends on the fish. This particular fish only requires an hour acclimation time. It is safe to net the fish out and place him in the tank. Right here, he was refusing to get in the net, so he got kind of caught on the side. And now he can swim to hide behind the live rock. And if you look, he is right in between the 3rd and the 4th rock up there. I'd like to send a special thanks to Matthew and Jim for giving me the tank, and Mini Spot, our test fish.